Hello and welcome, my 64-bit Leafs. So, the Nintendo Switch Online service is ever growing. Not as constantly as I personally would like it to be, but we have a lot of games on it already. But that does not mean that I don't have my own wishes for games that should be added. And here's a list of the games I would most likely love to see them. A list that is also compromised of things that could very well be on the service, like I don't think we will see the Disney games or anything like that, so keep that in mind. These are realistic expectations of what might come in the future. Let's start with the first one, which is a bit of a controversial title. And that title I'm talking about is Quest 64. Or as it's known in Europe, Australia and New Zealand, Holy Magic Century. While the original title is Tale Monsters. Yeah, rarely you see a title with so many names, but oh well, here we go. The game is set in a place called Celtland, which is basically based on Ireland, and it's all about finding the Tale book. A lot of people do really not like this game, and I have no idea why. I never finished it, but I played it quite a lot from a friend's house, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. Especially the system where you level up the elements instead of having general levels like other RPGs tend to have. And it's one of the very few RPGs on the N64, so I'll take it. And really, tell me in the comments why people do not enjoy this game. It's really not bad. Well, the second game in question is something that, honestly, I'm surprised we don't have that yet. Banjo-tooie. Because Banjo-Kazooie is on the service already, but Banjo-tooie is still missing, and honestly, why? I have no idea why they didn't reveal it so far. It can't be a problem with Raresoft or Microsoft or any kind of soft. Because, like I said, the prequel, Banjo-Kazooie, is on there. There's no reason for Banjo-Tooie to be missing, and I really hope it finds its way there somewhere, because I finished Banjo-Kazooie recently, and I just want more. Number 3 is Mischief Makers, and I have no idea if people have heard about this game all that much. I honestly only knew it from a rental store I rented it from, and I did enjoy it back in the day. I have some kind of fond memories of this single-player 2D side-scrolling platform game, as they call it. It was an interesting thing, and quite honestly, I don't even know if I would still enjoy it, but I would love to try it out. And for that to be happening, well, there are two ways. I could just use emulation, though, I don't know, N64 emulation is a bit wonky, but yeah. Or, well, it lands on the Nintendo Switch online service at one point. And I really hope that will happen at one point. Let's cause some mischief there. For this one, I have a bit of story time. And it's also a bit of a cheat entry because it's multiple entries. I am talking about Bomberman 64. And while we're at it, add the sequels to it, which I only learned about that it has sequels while writing the script for this video, which is, weird, right? They never came out over here in, well, at least Germany, maybe Europe, sometimes only like England and France get some games, but yeah, I digress. My story with this game, except me liking it, is that I saw it at a flea market, but I didn't have the money for it. And I like Bomberman always, so I thought, hey, Bomberman for N64 can't be bad, right? Yeah, I was a child and that was the way I thought. Well, it didn't turn out to be bad after all. I really enjoyed it, and I think I will still enjoy it. But yeah, I could not afford it. However, My grandmother, she has seen that I wanted it. And she secretly got it from that flea market. And when we were back home, she just handed it to me and I was really happy. A lot of the games I owned, I had thanks to her, because she was an awesome person. May she rest in peace. But, yeah. That's the way I got the game, and thus, not only is it a game I enjoyed, but it has a certain place in my heart for that. So, yeah, I hope it finds its way. Then we have another game with a story attached to it. A story that is putting me in more of a negative light, I would say. It did cost me a lot of money. And as you might see on screen already, I'm talking about Chameleon Twist. Add the sequel while you're at it as well. I remember it being a really fun game that I rented at a rental store. And didn't quite bring it back to said rental store for a while. Playing it. Like, I was a week overdue in doing that. And mind you, that rental store was like a 5 to 10 minute walk. So there was no problem getting there. I just didn't care much and continued playing the game. But the fees I had to pay for it being overdue, yeah, they weren't worth that. The game was enjoyable, but maybe not that enjoyable. But I was like 13 or something and still needed to learn how to use money properly and... Well, let's move on. Now, Custom Robo. I think these only came out in Japan, so I hope if they come over, we get a translation, but I really want those. I played the DS game, the only one that ever came out in Europe, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not a huge fan of the mecha genre, which is weird because I love Super Sentai and they are like using mechas all the time. But when it comes to toy-sized robots, I love those. Especially when they're customizable. And Custom Robo basically is the original version of that. Kinda. There's also a little bit less Experience or Dumbbell Senki or LBX or whatever they officially call it. The title was just weird. Which I also really love. But hey, give me some Custom Robo action. Right here on the Switch. Come on. Another game I only ever rented, yes, I rented a lot of games, was Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon. I liked this game, I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I remember the weird thing I did. I had a walkthrough for it. They released 3 books that had walkthroughs for different N64 games over here, which I bought because every one of these 3 books had a walkthrough for a game I did own. And I read through the walkthroughs of games I was interested in. Basically, I spoiled myself that way, but I was weird like that. I'm not that weird anymore, because I don't like to get spoiled. So, yeah. But I did rent the game, and I enjoyed what I played, even though it wasn't all that much. So, yeah, I would love it to get a chance on the Switch. Also, now thinking about it, Goemon would be a pretty cool character to play as in Smash Bros. Huh. That will be a different video. Okay, the next game I am talking about is Ogre Battle 64. Which I ever only played on emulator. In a time where I didn't have a controller I could use on my PC. Yeah, playing N64 with a keyboard, not a good experience. I did enjoy the game, kinda-ish. But the controls were bad because, like I said, keyboard. And on top of that, I didn't get the hang of the gameplay quite at the age I played it at. But I was interested in it, and I do think that it's still a good game that I would enjoy playing. So, put it on the list. Come on. Okay, the next one is one a lot of people probably wish for. And it's another rare game, Diddy Kong Racing, as you can see. Which, I wouldn't say it's better than Mario Kart, because Mario Kart has new installments that add to the gameplay, make it more smooth and everything. And if Diddy Kong Racing ever get a sequel or something, it would probably be better than Mario Kart, but well, games do age, and the same goes for Diddy Kong Racing, I would figure. That does not mean it's not a ton of fun still, especially the adventure aspect it has. If a Mario Kart did something like that, that would be so awesome. But yeah, give us the original Diddy Kong Racing on Nintendo Switch Online. Why not? And we continue this with Rare and Conker's Bad Fur Day. What an infamous game, especially considering the things the game says. Yeah, I never played it, never had the chance to do this, but, well, I wanna get the chance, and this is the perfect chance. So, come on, give it to me, baby. Haha, haha. And then we have Jet Force Gemini. A game I have never played actually, but as a child I was always interested in it, but never get the chance. Or rental store did not have it. I didn't have the money to buy it, as in, yeah, there were some other games I'd rather bought instead of this. But I always kind of wanted it, and it never came to be. Well, I have no idea if it's any good or bad. Have not watched reviews on it or anything, because honestly I like to make my own picture out of it. But this would be a great chance to finally play this game, so yeah, add it to the list. And then the final, very unlikely one is Zool, Maju-Tsukai Densetsu, which translates to Legend of the Beast Tamer. It is a monster catching game, kinda similar to Pokemon, apparently. It's sadly Japanese only, thus probably very unlikely that we ever get it, because have you ever heard of it? Honestly, I heard of it first when I did this research here for this specific video. But I was immediately interested. It looks pretty good, honestly, and yeah. Here's hoping, but not really expecting it anytime soon. We gotta see. Well, this is my wish list for N64 games on the Nintendo Switch online service. The expansion pass in this case, of course. Was there anything you would also be interested in? I'm pretty sure there's at least one thing with the things I listed. But yeah, tell me in the comments below what you want to see most on the N64 library of the Switch. Looking forward to what you write. And also, do not forget to build a weird controller by clicking the like and subscribe button, as well as ringing that little bell to keep updated whenever I upload a video for you. And check out the links down in the description below to my Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, where I post stuff, keep you updated, all the good things, as well as to my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I hope to see you over there, and until next time, bye-bye!